He took little X.
Funny. And little Instagram.
He doesn't own Instagram.
He doesn't own Instagram. He just took little X.
I don't know what else to say, but it is. And I just look at this video and it's so bizarre.
The internet is in total meltdown mode after Whoopi Goldberg made some jaw-dropping comments about Elon Musk's son, sending social media into an absolute frenzy. And let's just say, Musk was not about to let this one slide. If you thought The View had already caused its fair share of controversy, this latest fiasco might just be their most explosive scandal yet. The second Whoopi's words hit the airwaves, backlash erupted at lightning speed. Fans, critics, and even some of her longtime supporters turned against her, calling her out for crossing the line. But the real drama didn't kick off until Musk himself got involved. And if there's one thing everyone knows about Elon, it's that he does not play when it comes to his family, especially his children. The moment someone went after his kid, it was game on. Musk wasted zero time firing back, and let's just say he didn't hold anything back. He torched Whoopi and her co-hosts in a scathing social media post, outright accusing them of being nothing more than bullies for mocking a child on national television. He didn't just call it disrespectful, he called it disgusting, saying it exposed their true colors for the world to see. And once his tweet hit the internet, boom, it went viral in seconds.
All the sort of federal money going to media companies is what helps explain why the legacy media all says the same thing at the same time.
The show has allowed all kinds of people to come on. People we agree with, people we don't agree with. I've not been a fan of this man's. I don't like how he talks to us. I don't like how he talks to the nation.
Suddenly, the internet was on fire, splitting into two camps faster than ever. On one side, Musk's supporters were rallying behind him, calling for accountability and demanding an apology from Whoopi. On the other side, The View's defenders were scrambling to do damage control, arguing that Musk was overreacting. But no matter which side people were on, one thing was clear. This wasn't just another petty celebrity feud. This was a full-blown cultural war, and it was only just getting started. The internet was completely divided, one side fiercely backing Musk, the other insisting he was blowing things out of proportion. But while the debate raged on, one thing became painfully clear. Elon Musk was not backing down. In fact, he was just getting started. He wasn't satisfied with just clapping back. He was on a mission, and that's when he dropped the bombshell. Musk didn't just single out Whoopi, he torched the entire View panel, accusing the show of being nothing more than a scripted spectacle designed to push personal agendas. But here's the kicker. He didn't just make claims out of thin air. Oh no, he came armed with receipts, screenshots, past clips, old statements. Musk laid it all out, sending social media into a complete frenzy. And he didn't stop there. He put the network on blast too, saying it was downright irresponsible for allowing its hosts to say whatever they wanted on national television without fact-checking. According to him, the entire operation was a well-oiled machine built to manipulate viewers rather than inform them. The fallout, massive. His words set shockwaves across mainstream media, leaving everyone wondering just how much of what we see on daytime TV is actually real, how much is just an act. And just when it seemed like things couldn't escalate further, Musk made sure they did, because of course he had one more thing to say. With all the confidence in the world, he made it crystal clear. If you come for him, you better be ready for the consequences. And this time, he wasn't just talking about another Twitter war. Rumors started swirling like wildfire. Was Musk gearing up for legal action? Was he about to use his colossal influence to put real pressure on the network? Insiders started whispering that executives at The View were in full-blown panic mode, scrambling behind the scenes to contain the fallout.
Not Whoopi Goldberg's actual name. Whoopi Goldberg's real name is Karen. Did you know this? That's right. Her birth name is Karen. She's a Karen. She's a little Karen. Disgusting behavior. Leave the kids out of it. That's when you know they have nothing else to say. The audience laughs after they pick on a child. Pure evil.
Because if there's one person you don't want as an enemy, it's Elon Musk. And by the looks of it, The View might have just made their biggest mistake yet. Things weren't just bad, they were spiraling. And let's be real, Elon Musk isn't just some internet celebrity throwing tantrums online. He's got real power, not just on social media, but in business, technology, and media. If he wanted to make an example out of The View, he absolutely could. So now the real question is, will The View fight back, or are they about to learn the hard way what happens when you challenge Elon Musk? According to insiders, The View is in full-blown crisis mode, and it's not looking good. Behind the scenes, pure chaos. Producers are scrambling, PR teams are in meltdown, and ABC executives are reportedly losing their minds. Every attempt at damage control, failing. Every time they try to put out a fire, another one explodes. Bigger and messier than before. And at the center of it all, Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar, two of the biggest names on the panel, getting dragged from every direction. Social media is relentless. People aren't just calling them out, they're digging up every questionable thing they've ever said and twisting it into proof of a larger pattern. This isn't just a controversy anymore. This is an all-out disaster, and the fallout is only getting worse by the hour. But here's what makes this situation even more dangerous. This isn't just about some tasteless joke or a bad take. They didn't just criticize some random public figure. They went after Elon Musk's son, and if there's one thing everybody knows about Elon, it's that he never lets things slide. This isn't just some corporate CEO who will issue a generic PR statement, take a temporary hit, and move on. This is Elon Musk, the man who owns Twitter, the man who controls the online conversation. And if The View thought they could just brush this under the rug and wait for it to blow over, they seriously underestimated who they were dealing with.
Today, Elon Musk took his son X to a press conference. I did not name the child. And I don't want to hear any more mess about our names, okay? Okay?
Oh.
Anywho, he took little X.
Funny. A little Instagram.
He doesn't own Instagram.
He doesn't own Instagram. He just took little X with him.
The man who has the power to make sure The View never fully recovers from this scandal. If he wanted to, he could bury this show in ways they never saw coming. And right now, it looks like he's already pulling the strings. The second Elon clapped back, the internet exploded, his tweet calling out Whoopi and Joy. Brutal, but that was just the beginning. Within minutes, it spread like wildfire, racking up millions of likes, shares, and comments. The fallout, immediate. People weren't just upset, they were outraged. And it wasn't just Musk's most diehard fans leading the charge. Everyday viewers, regular people who had been watching The View for years, felt the show had finally crossed the line. They weren't just mad, they wanted action, and that's when things truly spiraled out of control. The hashtag #YouDon'tCancelTheView erupted across Twitter, but this wasn't just another fleeting outrage that burns out after a day. This one had staying power. People weren't just venting their frustrations, they were demanding real consequences. Boycotts were being organized, petitions were circulating, and social media was flooded with calls to shut the show down. Advertisers were suddenly paying attention because this wasn't just a PR mess. This was a business catastrophe, because when an audience turns on a show, the real threat isn't just bad press, it's lost revenue. And right now, The View's money is in serious jeopardy. Major advertisers, the lifeblood of the show, are reportedly rethinking their partnerships. No company wants to be tied to a brand drowning in controversy. And right now, The View is facing some of the worst backlash in its history. Social media outrage is one thing, but when corporate sponsors start panicking, that's when things get dangerous.
On The View today, Whoopi made fun of Elon Musk's 4-year-old son.
So yesterday, Elon Musk took his son X to a press conference. I did not name the child. And I don't want to hear any more mess about our names, okay?
You take aim at a 4-year-old? I mean, look, I get that he's operating at your reading level, but come on. At least have the decency to go after someone who's reached puberty.
Some sources claim that top-tier sponsors are already in serious talks about pulling their ads. And if that happens, the consequences will be devastating. No advertisers mean no revenue, and no revenue, that means The View is in serious trouble. At this point, the question isn't whether the show can repair the damage, it's whether they'll even survive this scandal at all. Behind the scenes, ABC executives are in full-blown meltdown mode, scrambling for any way to contain the disaster before it gets even worse. Whoopi and Joy are feeling the heat like never before, under immense pressure to address the controversy. But at this stage, anything they say could backfire spectacularly. The network is desperate, the audience is furious, and Elon Musk, he's not letting this go anytime soon, he's just getting started. If The View thought they could sweep this under the rug and wait for the storm to pass, they seriously underestimated their opponent. The real question now is this the beginning of an end for The The View, because here's the deal. This isn't just another controversy or some fleeting scandal that disappears in a few days. This might be the scandal that brings The View to its knees. This might be the moment that finally breaks The View beyond repair. For years, the show has thrived on pushing boundaries, stirring the pot, and keeping audiences hooked with its unapologetic take no prisoners attitude. But this time, they might have pushed too far, because going after Elon Musk's kid isn't just stirring the pot, it's tipping it over, spilling everything, and setting the entire kitchen on fire. And to think, it all started with what should have been a simple, heartfelt father-son moment. Elon Musk, a man who rarely gives the public a glimpse into his personal life, made a rare appearance with his son at a major press conference. He stood there, proud, a father first, a billionaire second. It wasn't about business, tech, or Twitter feuds. This was just a dad and his child sharing a genuine moment. For most people, it was refreshing, a rare sight that humanized one of the most powerful men in the world. But Whoopi Goldberg, she saw something else. She didn't take it as a touching father-son bond. Nope. She saw an opportunity, an opening, and she took it, letting it be just a normal, wholesome moment. That was an option, but Whoopi mocked the boy's name, and not in some casual passing way. She leaned into it, that classic smirk, the dripping sarcasm, the unmistakable tone that screamed,
"What? X is an adorable name, and perhaps a grown woman who named herself Whoopi should refrain from mocking a 4-year-old for the name his parents gave him." Yes, Whoopi picked that name for herself. She's actually Karen Elaine Johnson. Now, how did Karen become Whoopi? You're going to love this. According to Goldberg, once I started getting parts in plays, I wanted a name that sounded more interesting. Karen Johnson wasn't it. Some people at the rep called me Whoopi because I would let loose with a fart.
"Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing." Almost like she was baiting people to react. And react. They did. Within moments, the internet erupted. People weren't just offended, they were furious. Because there's one unspoken rule in media. You don't mess with someone's kid. But Whoopi, she did exactly that. And now, she and The View might be paying the price in ways they never saw coming. The audience laughed, a few co-hosts chuckled along, but the internet exploded. Because let's be real, this wasn't just about the name. This was about who said it, where she said it, and how she said it. Elon Musk's son's name has been a hot topic since the day it was announced. People have debated how to pronounce it, turned it into memes, and cracked jokes about it online. But coming from a major TV personality on a national platform, that's a different level of trolling. This wasn't just some anonymous Twitter user making a passing joke. This was Whoopi Goldberg, a seasoned Hollywood veteran sitting on a daytime talk show with millions of viewers, publicly mocking a child. And for what? A few cheap laughs, a clickbait headline, a viral moment. The backlash was instant. People weren't just calling her out, they were furious. Parents were outraged. Even The View's own fans were shocked, with some of Whoopi's longtime supporters questioning what she was thinking. Because at the end of the day, this wasn't just about Elon Musk. This was about a kid, a child who didn't ask to be in the spotlight, who didn't sign up to be publicly ridiculed on national television. And now, Whoopi Goldberg was at the center of a media firestorm she never saw coming. But here's the real problem. The View wasn't just facing outrage. They were facing a storm so massive they might not be able to ride it out. Clips of Whoopi's comments spread like wildfire, circulating faster than anyone could control. Social media did not hold back. The internet went in hard, calling out The View for what many saw as a new low, a moment that crossed a line that should have never been crossed. And now, the fallout isn't just bad, it's potentially catastrophic. One comment summed it up.
If you're a father, you will really understand. And there's nothing more motivating than looking at the future of your children and saying, what will I give them? Because the country that I build right now and help to protect, that's the one they're going to inherit. Will they have to spend their entire lives fixing my problems because I was such a selfish, lazy bastard? I preserved nothing for them? Or am I going to fix these things so that I do the hard work and they get the benefit?
The View making fun of a 4-year-old child. That's a new low even for them. Another went further. Elon will just have to sue The View again, this time for everything they've got. And the kicker, this wasn't just Musk's fan base defending him. Even people who couldn't stand Elon were calling it an absolute disaster. One viral comment put it bluntly, insulting the beloved 4-year-old son of an often litigious man worth $400 billion is probably the most monumentally stupid move of a monumentally stupid woman. reason. But if you thought Whoopi's comment was bad, Joy Behar made it worse. Instead of reading the room, instead of even acknowledging that Whoopi may have crossed a line, Joy doubled down. What started as a joke about Musk's son spiraled into a bizarre, unhinged rant, and then she dropped a bomb. Maybe Elon should have invested in better birth control if he didn't want people talking about his kid's name. The second she said it, the mood shifted. Even her co-hosts looked uncomfortable. Online, complete chaos. Parents were outraged, Musk's supporters were livid, and even longtime fans of The View admitted this was too far. This wasn't just another controversy, it was a disaster. And now, The View may have just sealed their fate. Excuse me, what? How did a discussion about a child's name turn into that? Even Whoopi looked caught off guard. The audience, dead silent. Whether you love Elon or hate him, dragging his innocent child into a debate about his life choices, way out of line. Viewers weren't just annoyed, they were stunned. Social media erupted with people wondering what on earth Joy was thinking. But she wasn't done. Oh no, she doubled down. She then attacked Elon's spending habits, questioning why he even took his son to public events if he was so obsessed with himself.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
At this point, people weren't just angry, they were baffled. A casual TV segment had turned into an absolute circus. And the worst part, the damage was done. Clips were everywhere. Backlash was exploding, and The View had no idea what was coming. And let's not forget, this is coming from a woman on a show built on gossiping about celebrities' lives. The hypocrisy is off the charts, but just when you thought The View couldn't make things worse, they did. Instead of stepping back and realizing they might have gone too far, the hosts kept pushing. No apologies, no backtracking, just more fuel on the fire. And now the battle lines are drawn. On one side, people are saying Whoopi crossed a major line, that mocking a child, no matter who their parents are, is just wrong. Even critics who never side with Elon agree. The View went too far this time. It's sparking a bigger debate. How far can daytime talk shows go before it's too much? On the other side, some claim this is exactly what Elon wanted, that he's using the controversy to attack what he calls the woke media. They argue he loves playing the victim when it suits him and is just using this to flex his power over the media. Either way, one thing is clear, this isn't blowing over anytime soon, and let's be real, when has Elon Musk ever backed down from a fight? This is the guy who bought Twitter just because he could, the same man who clashes with politicians, celebrities, and entire corporations, and somehow he always comes out on top. You really think Elon Musk is just going to ignore this? Let a daytime talk show take shots at his kid and walk away? Absolutely not. At this point, The View better brace for impact, because if Musk decides to make an example out of them, this fight is just beginning. And knowing Elon, he's not going to clap back once and move on. He's going to drag this out until the damage is permanent. We've seen this before. Musk doesn't just react. He goes all in. If he feels wronged, he doesn't forget. He doesn't forgive, and he doesn't stop until he gets the last word. And this time, it's personal. This isn't a business feud, a Twitter spat, or a political debate. This is about his child. So now the big questions remain. Will this scandal finally cancel Whoopi Goldberg? Will The View be forced to apologize just to survive? Or will they double down yet again? Could Musk actually take legal action against the show, the network, or even the hosts themselves? And perhaps the biggest question, will The View even survive this? Because at this point, it's not just a social media meltdown anymore. Advertisers are watching, ABC executives are panicking, and Elon, he's just getting started. So what do you think? Did The View finally cross the line, or is Musk blowing this out of proportion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you don't want to miss the next big Hollywood scandal, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.